What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Something that has been on my mind for a while now is being a disabled person in the workplace. Now, I myself do have a full-time job, and like most jobs, there are positive and there are negatives. I can say from my point of view that the negatives for the aspect of a disabled person are very different and also very sucky. The ADA states that an employer is required to provide reasonable accommodation to an employee with a disability unless it would cause difficulty to the employee or the employer. It has been my experience that when a higher up is aware of this, they view that as basically placing the employee in an area where they are least likely to get in the way or slow things down. I myself have been the victim to this when being introduced to a new member of management. What happens is they see my wheelchair and immediately think that I am unable to do the same kind of work as everyone else and put me in the most basic position where not much is required of me, rather than actually having a conversation with me about my abilities or giving me the opportunity to show them what I personally am capable of doing. In doing so, I have been passed up for different promotional opportunities because I was never given the opportunity to showcase my real talents, and therefore have constantly... What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Something that has been on my mind a lot lately is being a disabled person and having a job. Now, I myself have a full-time job, and like most jobs, mine has both positives and negatives. I can say from my point of view that the negatives for the aspect of a disabled person are actually very different than that of a non-disabled person, and also unfortunately very sucky. So the ADA states that an employer is required to provide reasonable accommodations, and I'll explain why I say it like this in a minute, to an employee with a disability unless it would cause difficulty or harm to the employee or the employer. It has been my experience that when a higher up is aware of this, they view that as basically placing the employee in an area where they are least likely to get in the way of others or slow things down. Now, I myself have been victim to this when being introduced to a new member of management. What happens is that they see me and they see my wheelchair, and they immediately think that I am unable to do the same amount of things as everyone else, same kind of work, and basically will say that they need to put me in a very specific position, and it's a position where not much is required of me, and they do this instead of, having a conversation with me so that I can talk personally about what I know that I'm capable of doing and what my talents are and abilities are. And to me, that's just not fair. I mean, not only that, but in doing that, in having that mindset and passing me up like that for doing something else, I have also been passed up for promotions because by being put in this one position, people automatically think that I can't do other things, and it's like they don't give me when they don't give me the opportunity to prove that I can, it shows them in the long run that I'm incapable of moving forward. So it's like I said, it's not fair. Now, again, this is all just my opinion, my personal experience. I'm not in any way trying to speak on behalf of the entire disabled community. So if I've offended anybody by anything I've said, or if you disagree with me, say something. This is strictly what I've experienced, and I do know that some of my friends and others that I've met with and spoken to have actually gone through this same kind of thing, and it sucks. So, I mean, really, my takeaway from this, or what I hope that you take away from this, is that if you're an employer out there, or somebody that works in HR in a company or whatever, and you're watching this, first of all, thank you. But take my advice. Don't look at us as somebody that's in a wheelchair. Look at us as just a person with, no, you know what? Not even with, just a person. We look different, but we're a person. And honestly, we don't want to be recognized as anything but. We don't want to be recognized as a person with a disability, or a person with a wheelchair, or speech impediment, or whatever. We want to be recognized as a person, strictly a person. That's it. Anyways, I'm starting to feel a little heated. Like, this just goes to show you this is a huge topic for me. It's something near and dear to my heart. But I'd love to know your thoughts, feelings, whatever, insults, bring them on to my video. So please, please, please feel free to comment below on this video. And if you haven't already, and if you want to hear more about my experience, just mine for now, about being a disabled person living in a non-disabled world, don't forget to subscribe, because I've got plenty more videos, and plenty more coming. So thank you for watching today's video, and have a sunshiny day. Bye, guys.